Okay, but
Morgan.
Danielle.
Because I'm proud to be an American when at least I know I'm free. Okay.
Nope. Dad, can you stop?
I've got my dad Bob's vibes going on today. I'm repping a Dave Matthews Band shirt and my dad hat it's polo. I'm very dad right now.
Are you wearing New Balances?
I catch me if you see me buying a new pair of New Balance shoes, I give you permission to actually kill me.
You said a new pair. So are you saying that you own a pair of New Balances?
No, I don't own a pair, but if I ever buy a pair, I give you permission to slaughter me.
You guys heard that here first. If I am arrested for her murder, you guys, all of you, have to back me up.
Those are the ugliest shoes I have ever seen. I hate them.
I don't know if they'd look good on like your toes, but like dad's. But dads look fine in them. It's a dad shoe.
They look good on your toes. Oh
Anyway.
my god. Surprise, motherfuckers, we're back.
Episode 12 and a half.
12 and a half, baby.
We're like the Lion King.
Huh? I like that. Can I be
Who would you be?
Oh,
you'd
Pumbaa.
You'd be the hyena.
Oh, the dumb one? Yeah, that'd be me. I was gonna compare us to Timon and Pumbaa, and I'd be Pumbaa.
I mean, that's kind of fair. In that scenario, I would say you're definitely
Timon,
Pumbaa.
I'm Pumbaa.
I'm like, Danielle, get your ass up. Let's go. And you're like, but naps.
But definitely out of all of the characters, that idiot hyena, that would be me. And you'd be Jafar. Jafar's not even in that fucking movie. Goodbye!
Do you mean Scar?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Aladdin, Lion King, boozed and reviewed crossover episode. Surprise, motherfuckers.
We love Disney.
Clearly you don't, because you don't even know what fucking characters are in the Lion King.
Good lord. Anyway, do you want to just talk about the things that we want to talk about? Because it's going to take us a while.
Yeah, it's with a heavy heart that this episode is coming out because I quit. Long pause.
Talk about your damn books you read in June, fucker.
Okay. Whew. Get it back together.
Why are we funnier this episode than the one we...
That's because energy drinks, not alcohol.
Coffee.
Well, same thing. Okay, here I go.
Okay.
So for June, right? These are June's episodes?
Yeah, these are...
These ones? Okay.
Maybe we are drunk.
I read for Danielle's book club, I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. I gave that one a 3. I took Danielle's recommendation and read Cover Story by Susan Rigetti, and I am very glad that I picked that up. That was a 5. Danielle knows me so well. I read The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark, which was a book of the month book for June.
Whenever.
It was It was one that I just got. I read it. I gave that a 3.5. I read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which was a 5. I also watched the movie, which was also really good. It's on Hulu. Shout out Danielle's Hulu account.
Let's go. Who comes to obviously us for sharing.
Yeah. We also read No Exit, but that one I've decided I gave a 2.5. And shout out to episode 12 if you want to hear my thoughts on that.
Yeah, go to episode 12. We're not going to talk about No Exit at all.
Yep. And then I got the chance to read Kate's short story book, I Still Remember, and I gave that, thank you for having it, I actually gave it a 5. It was really good. I'm really excited for you to read it. I'm forcing it on Josh too, but
it won't take him long to read. It won't take me long to read.
I read it in 15 minutes.
I'm excited to read it. I will read it. Once I finish Acts of Violet today, I will finish.
It's a really quick, like the font is pretty big, and then once it ends, it takes up, like she doesn't start the next chapter or the next book or whatever on the next page. It's like a blank page and then.
Got it.
excuse me. Overall, if I had to decide which one was my favorite and my least favorite.
Whoa. Oh, you read that. Oh, you read that last month. Forget it.
What?
I thought you read Riley Sager this month, but it was last month.
No. Again.
Don't.
Quitting.
No. You are not quitting?
Says who?
I pay you enough?
Bullshit.
Okay, keep going.
I think if I had to choose my favorite, it would have to be Cover Story, I think. It was just really good.
That shit is bonkers bananas.
It is. It definitely is. I will say really quick that The Hate You Give was amazing. The movie, just as amazing. I think that that's a book that everybody needs to pick up once in their lives. So go read it.
I'm going to add that to my TBR. I actually think it's already on my TBR.
And the movie is on your Hulu account. So
look at that.
I'm pretty sure I read it on your, like, under your name. So
you watched it under my name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You said read it under your name.
Oh, well, whatever. Same thing.
Do you want me to go through mine, or do you want to go in depth on one of your books that you read?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
I read 𝐼𝐴M by Maggie O'Farrell, which is the book club book we both read. And then I gave that. Did you say what you gave that?
I gave it a 3. I think I did. If I didn't, it's a 3.
I also gave it a 3. I read Namesake by Adrienne Young, which is the sequel to Fable, and I gave it a 5. I got an ARC of Can't Look Away by Carola Lovering, and I gave that a 3. I read Summer of '69 by Elin Hilderbrand, and I gave that a 4.5. I read a freaking ton of books. Black Cake by Charmaine. Thank you, Charmaine Wilkerson. I gave that a 4.5. I read No Exit by Taylor Adams. I gave that a 5. I read Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis, and I also did the audio with the reading. I gave that a 5. And then I read House Across the Lake. I snuck that in last few days by Riley Sager, and I gave that a 3.5.
Okay. So,
real quick, I just want to say everyone needs to read Lessons in Chemistry, and you should do the audio because the audio is so good, and I think that's why I liked it so much, because I read along with the audio, and I think that just really enhances the reading of it. It helps with the chemistry that's in the book. Not that it's like heavy chemistry, but it like helps get through it faster.
Where'd you get the audiobook? Libby?
Yeah. I put a hold on it, and then as soon as I got it, I just was like, Lessons in Chemistry time, because I've been like really excited about it. Okay. I know Lauren's reading that book right now, and she is not liking it.
Well,
so I think you and Lauren have very similar tastes, so you might not like it. I think
I fall between you two, so I might be right in the middle.
It's very like female empowerment, feminists, all that stuff, and I loved it. So there is like, you have to get introduced into her story before it gets into like female empowerment, all that stuff. Jesus Christ. So yeah. Oh my God. Real pause. So yesterday Mike and I went swimming, and we were in the pool, and this woman is swimming by Mike and I, and all of a sudden I hear her just say to kind of herself and her daughter, she goes, "That guy looks like Jesus." It was the funniest thing I have ever heard. And she goes, "And it's Sunday." And then she turns to him and goes, "May the Lord be with you." Oh my God, it was so funny. I'll put a picture of Mike part. But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, everybody should read Lessons in Chemistry. It's so good. And another real quick note. I love Elin Hilderbrand, and I can't wait to read more of her. Boom.
Do you have more of her books?
I do. I just bought 28 Summers, and I bought it off Amazon for $5, and I got it in the mail, and it was an autographed copy.
Oh.
I was like, what the frig? I was so excited. But yeah.
I have one of her books that Josh's mom gave me to read. She said she really enjoyed it, and
that's the one I just read.
Yeah, so I have to read that one.
Really good.
Eventually. It's thick.
It is thick, but you can get through it pretty fast. I like when books are in the 70s, early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And the characters are just really so good. They're just really good, and like the things that happen, I don't know. And you should read it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's a good book for summer.
It's
obviously summer of 69.
Over underneath that right there.
Yeah, it's super good. But anyway, you want to talk about House Across the Lake real quick? Because
okay, in all seriousness, do you want to talk about it this early when it just came out?
Fine, we can wait.
We can't. It's up to you.
No,
it
you're
did
right.
just come out though.
Yeah, and it's book of the month, and people are gonna be reading it. So
let's go in next month.
Fine.
We can.
We got to make a reminder for ourselves, because I do want to talk about that with you, because we stan a Riley Sager.
Okay, I'm making a note right now.
Thank you.
Yep.
Woo! So those are the books we read. Go read the ones we really liked.
Can you tell, just for people who are interested in reading it, you gave it, what, a 3.5?
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay. Can you, I don't know if this is going to be like a rabbit hole. Where on the list of books that you've read of his does it fall? If that makes sense. Is it at the bottom? Okay, but in all seriousness, you've read what, 3 or 4 of his books?
I've read 4. This was my 4th one. So I've read Home Before Dark, Survive the Night, Final Girls, and then House Across the Lake. I still have to read Lock Every Door and The Last Time I Lied.
Okay, but 3.5 being at the bottom isn't necessarily the worst thing. No, it was
still really good. Like, it's not, 3.5 isn't like, oh, I freaking hated it. No, I was entertained and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, last prompt here. Thumbs up or thumbs down to the plot twist, the big one? Or in the middle. You could be in the middle.
But
middle? Okay.
Because I don't know which one you're talking about.
No, you do.
Okay, then
the one that I sent you, the screenshots of me and Jamie. Okay. For the listeners, she's wiggling her hand. She didn't even give me a thumb.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Yeah, I was wiggling.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's
no spoilies.
No, it's a plot twist, though, that people are either going to love or going to hate. And I pegged you for hating it, to be honest. So I was like, you know what? She's not going to love it. I'm waiting. Liss is reading it right now. And
oh my God, I can't wait. She said, what did you rate it to? I said, you don't get that.
She said that she actually texted me and said, I'm going to finish the book today. I have 100 pages left. So she's almost there.
She reads so fast. I hate her.
I know she does.
I don't hate her.
She does hate you.
What?
She tells me all about it when we're not recording, Liss.
That's fake news. I hate that you read fast. Bye. Anyway, so I'm going to segue unless you have anything else to say.
No, I'm good. That's good.
So it's the middle of the year.
Yep.
And we, as book people, read a lot of books. And we got to do a half year check-in. It's quarterly, right?
Yes, but this would be the second quarter.
Second quarter check-in.
Next year, we should do a quarterly check-in and do it March, June.
I like that. We should
July,
do that.
August, September.
Make note. Note.
2023. High hopes that I'll still be around next year.
Get
Don't
the
quit
frick out. Then. Shut the hell up. I've had enough of you.
She's going to fire me before I quit. What the hell did you just say? Quarterly?
Oh.
Quarterly.
Miss Campbell also finished No Exit.
Is it on Goodreads?
She just texted me and said, holy balls, No Exit. What'd you give it? I'm assuming a 5.
She probably will give it a 5.
Morgan's not coming to book club meeting.
Nope. She did give it a 5.
Mike gave it a 4.
Mike, your boyfriend, or?
Mike, my boyfriend.
Okay.
He finished it yesterday while we were at the pool.
It's closer to my rating than anybody else's, so.
Anyway. So, segue. We're in second quarter of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That means we read a lot of books, and we've read a lot of good ones, so we're going to talk about the things we've read.
So, overall, how many 5-star reads and 5-star reads only? I can go first. I have it if you want me to.
I do not have mine.
Okay. I did only 5-star reads, I think. I think so. So I read 10 5 stars. I didn't count 4 4.5s, only 5s.
Okay.
But Goodreads makes that difficult if you
hold on.
round up. Big pause for Danielle trying to count that high. Do, 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 do,
I think I have 14.
Okay.
I'm just like looking at the pictures because like when I hover over it, it's not coming up. So I think I have 14.
Okay.
So, but I've read a lot of good books, like
fair, yeah.
But some of them are 5s, but the other 5s are like higher than like I'll give them a 5,
yes.
But like there's some that are like 5s, like 5. Ah.
Yeah, when we had to make, excuse me, not jumping around, but when we had to make this list, I like wrote them all down, and then when we had to do like our top 3 or top 5 or whatever, I just crossed some off, and I was like, yeah, that was a 5, but like not a 5 for this.
Yeah, that's what me too. We were literally like writing down our 5s, and I was like, oh, put this, and then put this.
Yep.
Yeah. So good. So many good books. It's so hard to pick only 5 good ones when there's just so many good, like.
Well, let's be honest. We were trying to pick 3, and the both of us could not pick 3, so we opened it up to 5 to make our lives easier.
Yeah.
Well,
yep. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You are better at steering the conversation in a very cohesive way, so I'm gonna let you do that.
I was just going to say, what is your annual book goal? Where are you at?
So I set my goal to 55 this year.
Okay. How many are you at?
I'm at 44.
Are you going to, because you're going to hit that easily.
Yeah.
Are you going to up it, or are you just going to?
No, I'm going to up it. I'll probably up it to 65.
Okay.
Just because like, so when I started Bookstagram, I started it during COVID. And I was like crushing books, and I'm like, I keep it pretty like middle just because I don't know how my reading year is going to end up going ever. So I try to keep it 55, 60s just because I never really know. Because sometimes I can like read a lot and sometimes I can't. So like, I like to keep it little. What was yours?
Do you know where you can find your last year goal?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay.
If you go into your.
So my goal for this year is 70.
Sheesh.
I've read 41 books so far. So you're actually ahead of me.
How did you get to your, I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, you got it. So I was just looking to see, I started also in COVID, but I think I started like end of.
Yeah.
Like I started summer, I think, started reading a little bit more again. So my goal on Goodreads of 2020 was 29 or 20 books because I was mid-year. I didn't think I was going to. And I read 29 books whenever I started to the end.
Yeah, so I also did that, and I did 48 in 2020. Oh wait, no, my goal was 33 and I got 48.
Okay.
And then 2021 my goal was 40 and I ended up getting 61. So I up it a little bit every year, but I crush it. But I don't want to like set it super high and not get it because I don't feel like I'm achieving anything. I don't like that.
Well, I also set it based on, so like 2020 was 20 books for me. I hit 29. So 2021, I was like, I have a full year to do this. My goal last year was 50. I read 80.
Holy buckets. Yeah, you crushed it.
So that's why I upped it to 70 this year, because I was like, well, with the podcast and your book club, that's 2 books a month at least. on top of any other books. And this year I've gotten into audiobooks more.
Yeah, and audiobooks you can really cruise through if you like.
So
yeah.
We'll see where I get at the end of the year. But right now I'm at 41 of 70.
Are you ahead of schedule? You know how it says like
Yes, says 6 books ahead of schedule.
Oh, you're cruising right along.
Yeah. What are you at?
17 books ahead of schedule.
That's true because you're really close to your.
Yeah. It's insanity. I could probably get to 70, but I'm going to not push to it.
No, I mean, do whatever. Just maybe set it. You also don't have to set it on there each time. You can like set it in your head of like, okay, I want to get to this many by the end of the year.
Yeah, you're so right. What am I doing here? Okay.
And this is just a reminder that everybody reads at their own pace. So just because Danielle and I are crushing our like whatever goals that we had, if your goal is 20 and you're at 10, that's still you're crushing your goals. So that is not to say this isn't a competition. This isn't
not at all.
Anyway, like if you get time to read, that's amazing.
Yeah.
If you get time to finish a book, that's amazing.
If you read 1 book a year, you're doing great things. Like
exactly.
Some people don't even. Yeah, I was gonna say some people don't even read 1 book a year.
So that was just my little TED talk there. I don't want people to feel discouraged by us with our goals.
Yeah, no, our goals are honestly, and I see people read 100 books a month, and I'm like, how do you do that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I think you and I talked about this. I don't know if it was on the pod. I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. I don't know if it was on the pod or if we were just hanging out, but there was a person on my page, I honestly don't remember who it was, that was reading like 80 books. Like their wrap up was 80 books.
Yeah. I'm like, dang.
What do you do? Like that's not like a
slander. Yeah, it's not like a slander on them, but like we're like astonished in like a good way, not like a bad way.
But like think about it. We both have full-time jobs on top of reading, on top of the podcast, on top of you host a book club and
I'm in another
2
book club.
Other ones. And now we have Mariah's book club.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Hanging out with our family, our friends.
Going on dates with our boyfriend/husband.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't do that either. It's fine.
But like outside of all this other free time and you and I have some time to read and do all this stuff, like I really truly wonder what that person does maybe for a full-time job. If reading is their full-time job, that's
good for you.
Get paid to read. That'd be great. So, what were your top 5 books of the year? You don't have to put them in any order.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna short circuit you.
No, that's not. They're not in any order, and they're not gonna be.
Okay.
So I have written Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. I think she's one of my new favorite authors that I've discovered this year. Bodyguard was just in Book of the Month, and I pooped my pants when I saw it.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I got it.
You did get it. That was the one that I was like, yeah, you're getting the Catherine Center one.
Yeah, that one I immediately that was like an instant add to my box.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it. I'm gonna try to read it this month. And then I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry, People We Meet by Allison Larkin, Cover Story by Susan Regretti, because that book is bananas, and I wasn't supposed to say why, but whatever, and Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis.
So you read I feel like you read Lessons in Chemistry, Cover Story, and Book Lovers recently? Like within the last 2 months, right?
Yeah, those are very recent reads.
Wow. I wonder what would have held those spots if you didn't read those 3 books. I'm not asking for you to give me an answer. I'm just curious, thinking out loud.
If those books didn't come out, I wonder what would. Because those are pretty recent. Like Lessons in Chemistry came out pretty recent. Book Lovers literally came out in May.
Yeah.
And then Cover Story is also very new. So, yeah, it's interesting. People keep coming out with good books.
I have a very quick story. This isn't any spoilers about Cover Story, but a girl, I can't think of who it was, posted on her story on Bookstagram saying that she finished Cover Story, and she was like, I kind of need to talk about this. Like, did anybody else read this book? And I messaged her and I was like, hi, yeah, like, what do you need to talk about? What happened? And she's like, I guess I just didn't see the plot twist coming. And I was like, I don't think you were supposed to. Like, this is truly a book that like you weren't supposed to see it coming. Yeah. And then I sent her, you know how you and I were talking about it and we sent those 2 specific pages to each other?
Yeah.
I sent those to her and I was like, look, like I literally just talked about this with one of my friends. This is whatever. And she literally responded to me and was like, oh, those pages weren't in my book. And I was like,
What?
What are you talking about? And she was like, ha ha ha, sarcasm. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
boy.
It took me a minute. Like, it was also 9:00 in the morning. I hadn't had any coffee. And she was like, yeah, get with the picture. And I was like, all right, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I don't know you yet. I don't know your sarcasm. Bye.
It was literally the first time I don't know if she followed me. Obviously, I followed her because I saw her story. But I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help.
I don't know your sarcasm yet. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's also hard to catch like your sarcasm through text message.
Yeah, if I don't know you.
Yeah, like you can pick up on my sarcasm, but like just met this woman and person, they, them.
So I was just like,
yeah.
Anyway, I just, yeah.
Chaos. That's funny.
So
yeah, it's the conversation we had in our book club about this book was like all over the place because people are like, wait, what? And then
right, because this was a book club read for you.
Yeah, this was our book club read because like what we do is we'll post a bunch of like we'll choose a genre and then we'll post a bunch of books in our book club app and then we'll vote on what people put in the like the suggestions. And that was one we all voted for. And I'm so glad we read that because chaos. Everybody needs to read that book. Anyway.
I feel like I can tell, segue, I can tell when Danielle really likes a book and she's like, oh, you should read this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like I will read it eventually. But she literally, I didn't ask for it, I don't think. You brought it over and you were like, oh no, I did ask for it. You brought it over and you're like, you should read this one first. And then you were like, actually, no. Stop everything and read Cover Story. And I was like, damn, okay. Like, and you're like, it'll be great. Like, you're gonna love it. It's fine. And I was like, all right, Danielle, calm down. And then I read it and I was like, what the is going on?
Yeah, it's like when I read that, I knew you would like that one because it's like because I read that and I had to put the book down and be like, what?
Yeah, it was so good.
So good. Anyway, what were your top 5?
Cover Story by Susan Rigetti.
It's so bananas. I've never read a book like that.
Yes.
Never.
So that wasn't a joke. That book is actually in my top 5. So Cover Story by Susan Rigetti. All the books, honestly, that I've been raving about these past couple months. It felt kind of repetitive to put these on here, but anyway.
You have to, though. You have to.
Yeah. I Must Betray You by Ruta Septis. The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Peach Blossom Spring, obviously, by Melissa Fu. And We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker.
How many of these were audio?
Four Winds. All of them except for Cover Story. Four Winds was, Peach Blossom Spring was, yeah, because I listened to all of,
I think you're learning something new about yourself.
That I like historical fiction. Four Winds is historical fiction. Peach Blossom Spring and I Must Betray You are historical fiction. We Begin at the End is classified as a thriller. I think it could fall into the historical fiction part potentially, but that's just I'm pretty sure it's classified as like a mystery thriller. More mystery than thriller, I think. And Cover Story is a mystery thriller, right?
Yeah, I would say it's mystery.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about that. I do enjoy audiobooks, and you want to know what's funny? What? 2 of them, I just went through Libby, and I was like, let me find something I can just listen to right now.
And you discovered a favorite book.
Yeah. We Begin at the End, I found, and I just saw the cover all over Bookstagram, and I was like, fuck it. It's like 15 hours. I'll listen to it. I Must Betray You was also, I think that one was maybe like 9 or 10 hours. It wasn't as long. But that was another one that I was like, whatever, I'll listen to it now. And then the Four Winds, obviously, I've seen that going around on, but that was also one that I found on Libby, and I was like, whatever, I'll listen to it. Peach Blossom Spring, I think, was an ARC on like NetGalley.
Yeah, and you just got that.
I loved this book. Do not get me wrong. I don't know why I asked for it.
I don't know why either.
But I got it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
So
though.
I was just like, me too. And I got my book of the month box, and I got Peach Blossom Spring, and I opened it, and I was like, oh, I love this book so much. I haven't unboxed yet, but
I haven't either. I love back. But freaking, I have that, and I have Miss Campbell's book, and I have to like, I have so many books I want to read, and I just want to read them all right now.
I know. I already told you this offline, but I changed my book of the month subscription so that way I only get like one book a month instead of 3. That's going to help. And honestly, I feel like I need to stop buying books. I don't think I can ever stop myself from buying books, though.
It's so hard.
It really is. Because I'm like, but I'm going to need this. Like, I'm going to read this. And then they sit on my shelves.
And it's also hard when, like, I know we can go to the library and get them, but, like, being part of
them.
Yes. And, like, here's an example. So we read Cover Story for our book club, and it's the one time I didn't get the book, and I freaking loved it, and I was like, oh my god. And then Liss is like, I don't really want my copy anymore, I'll trade it with you. And I'm like, I like picked like so many books. I'm like, you can pick any of these, I will trade that for you. So yeah, I ended up getting Liss's copy, but like, I'm like, the one time I didn't buy the book, I freaking love it. So
you want to know what's funny too? I have not yet, because I just feel like I have so many other books that I need to read. And I know this is, I think, also a preference in like book community. I haven't reread any of my books. So if you think about it, you just wanted, I mean, this isn't a bad thing either. You just wanted Cover Story to like force people to read. And I feel like I'm the same way.
Also true, but I can see myself rereading that though.
Oh, 100%. That specifically, yes. But like, if you think about all the books that you've like got from the library and you're like, oh, I want to own that one. Why? So I can give it to other people.
So I can force books on my friends and my family.
Yes, exactly. Which is, you know, books community in a whole, like as a whole.
I have 2 copies of No Exit.
I don't want it, so give it to somebody else.
Yeah, well, give it back to me. That's my copy.
When have I seen you? Exactly.
We will be seeing each other more soon, though.
After this week, like next Monday, a week from today.
Mo's Monday.
Oh my god. I'm excited.
Mo's and Morgan Mondays.
They quit.
I'm so hyped. We're gonna have such a good time. I can't wait.
I know. I actually am very excited.
Maybe I'll save the Snoop Dogg line for.
I'll get Vizzies too.
Okay.
We bought, this is a side note, we bought Vizzies for like, we did our 4th of July stuff yesterday. The whole pack is gone.
Oh!
We shared them with like other people. It wasn't just Josh and I finishing them, but people loved, we were like, oh, do you want to try Vizzy?
So
and
good.
People, we got the not the margarita.
Lemonade?
No, the mimosa pack.
Ooh,
the one that I told you about. I'm going to get those, I think, because Josh loves them. I'm going to get them and bring them next Monday. Or any Monday, really.
Vizzy, if you want to be a sponsor.
Oh my God, please. I will taste test anything. Except for the Oscar Mayer fucking shit that...
Bruh.
We should make the boys do it.
I'm going to put a picture of it in here. Liss tags us in this thing this morning and goes, I dare you guys to try this. And I look at it and I'm like, no. It's a meat flavored seltzers. There's olive loaf, bologna.
That's what they look like.
And ham and cheese. This can't be real. It has to be a joke.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would try ham and cheese once. Olive loaf, I would rather die. I would rather get run over by an incoming train.
All of them sound like
I would try, if I had to, I would try ham and cheese.
No.
If you were forced on like you were about to die and they were like, you'll live.
Today's the day.
No, you don't have to drink the whole thing. You just have to taste it.
Today's the day. No.
Oh my God.
No. That's gross. Gross.
I'm not saying it's going to be good, but like if it was in front of me and someone was like, hey, one-time chance, you want to try this? I probably would. Maybe. YOLO, you know? Yeah. But then I'm going to be like, Danielle, it tastes so good. You're really missing out. And you're going to be like, FOMO, I'm going to try it.
You're right.
Yeah, you would fall into it.
It sounds gross. Put down in the comments if you would try one of these flavors.
Ham, bologna, olive loaf. You have to pick one.
And you know what? Frick it. If you want to send it to us and try it, for us to try it, you can buy it and send it to us, and then we'll try it. I'm not. I will give you
Danielle's address.
I'm not trying it unless somebody buys it for us and sends it to us. There you go.
I will give you Danielle's address.
That's the prompt. I'm not trying it. Anyway.
Liss, you heard it here. If you buy it and send it to Danielle, she will try it.
Then you'll get to see vomit on YouTube.
On YouTube? Wow. And you'll get to hear it on Spotify.
You get to hear the...
Oh, boy. Okay. Anyway, do you think of your top 5, any of them are going to make it to your, because we do, for new listeners, we do an end of the year wrap up where we go through our top 5 favorites and other people's top favorites of the year, narrow down, like whatever. Anyway, do you think any of them are going to make it to your top 5 at the end of the year? Do you think any of them may be your favorite so far of the year that might make it to top 1 spot?
I think a couple, but I think with so many of the books that I know are coming out and I still have to read, I think they're gonna, some of them might be outshined. I don't know which ones yet, but there is one that I feel will remain in the top 5 spot.
Are you sharing that or no?
Yeah, I can share it. It's gonna be cover story.
I was just asking because we can look back on this episode and then, see like if it actually was cover story. I wasn't trying to fucking out your story.
No. Yeah, no, that one I feel will remain in top 5.
I won't shut the hell up about Peach Blossom Spring, so I really think that one's going to be in the top.
Mm-hmm. If you read any other mystery thriller better than cover story, I will be so surprised.
Here's the thing, though. Since my taste is changing, I don't know if cover story is going to be in my top 5 at the end of the year. Not saying that it wasn't phenomenal, but I'm also listening to another Kristen Hanna right now. Guarantee that's going to be like Kristen Hanna is going to be an author of mine. I can already see it already.
The Nightingale, yes.
Great Alone.
Like, oh my God, I vow to read Kristen Hanna before the end of the year, and that's the one I want to read.
I got it on Libby. I'm listening to it, and then I talked to Jamie briefly about buddy reading The Nightingale, but we haven't talked about it again. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many good books coming out still. Like, The Winners by Frederick Backman is coming out soon, and then and then there's a bunch of other things coming out, like a ton of other things coming out that I'm wicked excited about.
Yeah.
So like, I could see The Winners taking over one of those top ones because I love that series so much. And then like, there's a bunch. There's just, and then there's other books I have to read. Like I'm gonna finish X Violet and try to read Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and everybody loves that book, so I'm hyped to read that. Plus, I'm gonna read Heat Wave, which I got the ARC for, which I'm hyped to read. Even though those books are 3s for me, but that series is just so good. And TJ Klune's like an autobi author for me because he's just such a happy author.
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll see. There's a lot of things.
Heatwave? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is Heatwave the 3rd book of the Extraordinaries?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how far I got in that book, so I didn't pay attention to the rest of the series.
I accidentally bought the Extraordinaries for myself. Oops.
What do you mean accidentally?
Well, so this girl won my giveaway.
So your finger slipped and you hit add to cart? Like, what happened?
So no, because I'm an idiot.
Well,
so these things
valid.
happen. So she has the girl who won my birthday bingo,
mm-hmm.
had Extraordinaries on my.
Stop it right now.
This makes me look more of a dad.
It makes you look like you're trying to be a SoundCloud rapper.
What would be my SoundCloud rapper name? Anyway, so she had Extraordinaries on her wish list, and I'm like, yes. And I accidentally, I'm sharing with the crowd. Morgan's in our document that we write notes in, and I'm looking at it while I'm telling the story. And Morgan writes, for my SoundCloud rapper name, she wrote, I was going to say, sure, sir, shits a lot. I like it.
Okay.
I'm
so sorry.
Sir, shits a lot.
Oh God! No, you got to do that first.
My coffee.
Clip. That's gonna be the episode,
and then it's gonna push. Anyway. Okay, let me just finish the story. So she wins my book bingo contest. I go into her wish list, and Extraordinaries is in there. So I get really excited, and I like add it to my cart, and I'm like, okay, send.
I remember this.
And then I freaking didn't select her address because I'm a dingus.
Yeah, okay. I remember you saying you accidentally shipped it to you, but it was a book that you wanted anyway, so.
Yeah, but like I was excited for her to read it. I wanted to push her to read it.
Did you just buy and send another one to her?
I sent a different book to her, but it was another book that I really liked, so I was like, fine. And I said, ma'am, you're gonna have to re-put Extraordinaries on your wish list. Because it took
did it take it off?
It took it off. Yeah.
Oh, I understand. So that's why you couldn't resend it to her.
Yeah. So
that's stupid.
Yeah. So every time that I try to order something for somebody, I do it through my computer instead of mobile because it ends up just being fricky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so sad, but I hope she reads it because I do like pushing that on people. Lucy read it. Well, first off, my friend Annie pushed it on me, and now I've been pushing it on other people. And Lucy read it and loved it, and then a lot of other people like, yes, let's go with the superhero gayness.
So before we end and share some stuff, I have a question for both of us, but it's going to be directed at you first.
I'm scared.
No. It's not a bad thing. I know what the answer is for me, but okay. What is one reading goal that you want to do? You told yourself you were going to do, like, before this year's over, I'm going to do this. Have you done your reading goal yet, or what is it?
Okay, so I started this year wanting to read almost 95% of my physical TBR.
Okay.
I started this year, I think, with 75 books. Physical TBR. Not counting my boyfriend's books, too, because I do read his as well.
Yeah.
I had, I think, 75. I now have 126.
And you also started this year on a book buying ban. Let's just share that, too.
Yeah, that also lasted 1 month. Maybe less.
Was it really that quick?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you proved me a little wrong.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I did really not well. So I edited my goal to be, I have to read one ARC and one book of the month book every month.
Okay, that's good. Have you been doing that, or is that
I have been doing really well. Because I'm getting my ARCs down. I also have decided that in 2023, I'm not gonna do NetGalley at all. unless something big comes out, and I'll request that.
Okay, I was gonna say
But
that's
other than that, I'm not gonna request any books because it's getting too chaotic for me, and I want to really get down on my physical. Like I really want to focus on those. So, but
yeah, I did see a girl. I don't know if I told you this. I don't know when we did our like New Year, like whatever. But she has been so far what she's posting anyway, is sticking to it. She has to read 10 of her physical books before she buys one book.
See, I like that. I like that a lot. But I also can't do it because I'm in book clubs. And I like to buy our book that we read in the pod. Well, that could be
like something also that like you put, because that's what you did for your book buying ban. You were like, except for book club books, except for book of the month every month.
And that's pretty much where
well, that's, yeah. If you're like me and get 3 every single fucking month.
I got 2 this month. Proud of. I'll probably.
I got 3.
I also she was gonna get 4. I was convincing her to get 4.
I was, but I talked to Mariah actually, and Mariah and Victoria. I talked to Victoria first, and I was like, "What are you gonna get for book of the month?" And I said that I wanted to get one of the thrillers. I can't remember, and she was like, "It reminds me too much of." I think it was Lucy Foley, because one of the books reminded me of the guest list.
The guest list.
And she was like, after reading that, I don't know if I'm sorry. That's what Mariah said, I think. I'm getting them confused. Victoria said she wasn't getting the It Girl because she read a Ruth Ware book and didn't like it, so she wasn't going to get it again. And I was like, you're making me nervous. I'm literally having a breakdown right now, and you're making me not want to get that one.
You've read a lot of Ruth Ware, and you like Ware, don't you?
I've only read like 2, I think, because The Turn of the Key was literally my favorite book.
I love that book.
And then I have, I think it's your copy, 1 by 1.
Right now.
Oh, then I guess got it somewhere. I thought it was your copy.
Own it. No, I have that on my shelf.
I have The Woman in Cabin 10. That's Ruth Ware, right? That's yours.
Yes, I think that's Ruth Ware. And I'm going on Goodreads.
Because
I think I've also read. Oh, okay. Yep. You have The Woman in Cabin 10. That's my copy.
Yeah. And then I talked to Mariah, and I was like, I need help, and I want to get these. And she was like, well, both those thrillers sound like ass. And I was like, you right. And then I changed my entire thing, sent it to her, and she was like, okay then. I was like, well, you helped, I guess. Thank you.
That checks.
Shut up, Mariah.
That checks. That checks so heavy. I could see her saying that.
I did get 3 books, but what I got was a physical copy of House Across the Lake, which we know that I have already read. I got Peach Blossom Spring, finally, that I won't shut the fuck up about, and I finally have it on my shelf. And then I did get Ruth Ware's The It Girl, because I've been looking forward to that. I requested it on NetGalley and didn't get it, so I wanted my own copy. So I only got 1 book from Book of the Month that I have not read.
Yeah, you just wanted to add to your collection.
Yes. And I will expand my Riley Sager collection eventually, because I don't think I only have Survive the Night, I think.
Oh, yeah, I have, the only ones I'm missing right now are, I think the only one I'm missing right now is Final Girls.
Oh yeah, because you have
I have
the
I don't have Home Before Dark either, which is my favorite, so I should own that.
I know. So I want to reread. I think that's where I'm going to start rereading is Riley Sager, because I read Final Girls forever ago, and I read The Lock Every Door forever ago, and those 2 are my least favorite of his. So I would like to reread them and see maybe if, like, because I read those when I first started getting into reading, and not to shit on myself 2 years ago, but my taste was not great.
So when you reread Lock Every Door, I will read it with you, because I have not read that one yet.
Well, I don't know when I'm going to reread it, but
okay, forget it.
If you get to it before, or if you don't get to it before I reread it, then we can buddy read.
I do want to do a Riley Sager episode where we just talk about his books, so I just have to power through those last 2 books.
Yes,
that might be a 2023, but
that's fine.
I do want to do that.
Yeah. My goal for 2022 that I have not done yet, I need to read Addie LaRue. I
Oh
need to
my
do it.
gosh.
I need to.
I'm curious to see what you think of that book. Because it could go either way with you.
Did you read it?
No. I don't like her. I don't like her books. But I'm trying.
Oh, V.E. Schwab. I didn't realize V.E. Schwab was a woman.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was a man.
No, I do not like her books. But I'm really trying because I am in the middle of one of her fantasy series. I'm reading Darker Shade of Magic. I read the first one and I have the third. Okay. I'm trying to read those. But everybody loves that book.
I know everybody. That's why I didn't want to read it, because it makes me nervous that everybody loves it and I feel like I'm going to hate it.
But that's the thing, though. You don't know until you read it. So, like, you could absolutely.
Here's the thing. You're right. Here's the thing, though. I feel like I wouldn't be as scared if it wasn't like 400 pages. It's thick.
Or fantasy.
Well, that too.
I think you should try it. Maybe try the audio with it, too.
See, I already tried the audio.
Oh, no.
And I did get I got it on Libby because Julia Whalen, who is my favorite audiobook narrator, was one of the narrators, but she was not the main narrator, so I returned it.
I mean, give it a shot. If that's your one goal.
I'm going to buddy read it with Kelly. Sweet Bud Books.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna buddy read it with her, and then I texted Victoria because Victoria also is one that's like, I want to read that book, and I was like, triple buddy read, let's go. Yeah. And at first Victoria was like, no, I don't know if I'll have time, but then she texted me recently and was like, if you guys are still reading Addie, I think I can join. So
that'll be an interesting one for October, because it's.
I don't know. I also haven't read the back of the book yet.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Go into it. Because I find that when I don't read the back of books, just go into it. I love it. Because the back of the books spoil the book sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, with you, along with that, your goal of reading Addie LaRue, I want to read one Kristen Hanna before the end of the year. And that was Great Alone. So I have it planned for November.
Okay.
Have you? Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So far, I'm enjoying. Like, also Julia Whalen narrates The Great Alone.
Yeah.
On Libby, if you'd like to listen to it, but
that's my plan. It's a big book, so I'm it's audioing and I have it right here.
It is 15 hours. Yeah, 15 hours. I am 20% through it right now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll tell you without spoiling it, of course, like what I think about it. I think just Kristen Hanna, depending on how this book goes, it could be very much that I loved Four Winds and then for some reason don't like this book, that I'm just like, well, the first book I read was just great and then the rest are shit. You know how sometimes that's what it is when you read? Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be like that, but we'll see.
She has a frick load of books, so
yeah. Well, I borrowed The Nightingale and I think another one from you.
Yep.
The Firefly Lane that I borrowed from you.
I think so. I think that's the other one. And
then I just bought True Colors by Kristen Hanna, which is an old one of hers.
Is that the one with the horse on the front?
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought that one, so now I have Kristen Hanna books.
So to recap, the things that I've noticed about us in general by the year of us reading. Here's the things that have changed for us. Morgan has become an audiobook historical thriller fan. Historical fiction, sorry. And I have just bought more books and I have become a planned reader.
I started my Bookstagram journey saying, yes, I am a planned reader. I will just go through, and then I sit down in front of my bookshelf like this one's Josh's, this one's mine, and then we have the one in the living room. And I sit down and I'm like, I don't want to read any of these books. Time to go to Barnes and Noble and buy another one. Like, so I have completely switched.
Yeah,
since I started.
Me too. I used to be I'm gonna read whatever I'm feeling, and then I switched to planned. It's crazy.
I think that's helpful when you're trying to get through your stack. Like in your situation where you're like, I just want to get through my stack.
Look at this. This is the rest of the year.
Wow.
Yep. December and November are very light, which is exciting for me.
Yeah. Well, December we don't have a book pick, so that'll be one less book that you have to read and one that you can like pull from your TBR.
I like debating. We're doing a memoir for my one book club, and so
what memoir is it?
It's called The Ugly Cry. I'm nervous to read it, but I want to read it because I could really enjoy it. So I'm gonna audiobook it, I think. But anyway, that's besides the point.
So, do you have anything else before we are done that you would like to share?
Nope.
Okay. You said Ugly Cry. I'm just looking it up right now.
Yep. I'm nervous to read.
Is it by Danielle Henderson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll read this in a second.
Okay.
I don't have anything else either. Do you want to share our fun special announcement?
I do. So, since it's our year, we wanted to do something special to celebrate our 1 year. And we've been doing the like book review, choosing a book, all the things. We wanted to do something a little different. And
what is that different thing, Danielle?
Well, Morgan and I discussed a little something special, and we sent an email to a lovely lady who wrote Una out of order, who we both loved, and she's coming out with a new book. This will be
published
tomorrow.
Oh, July 5th. Yes,
July 5th, which is not coming out July 5th.
Yep.
And we're going to interview and chat with Margarita Montemore.
Exciting. I'm so
exciting. Our first author interview. I'm so excited. And she seems really excited too. So, yeah, it's going to be so fun. And look how beautiful this book is.
Do I have Una in here?
I have Una right near me.
Okay. Oh, it's all the way over there. But if you have it, yeah.
I have it right near me. Oh, yes. All of the Margarita Montemore. She also has another book that she wrote before Una.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to talk to Margarita. Excited. We already have questions ready to go for her. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to have such a good time. And she seems so sweet. So it'll be
I'm so excited. I'm so nervous.
I'm also nervous, but it'll be okay. We're gonna have
I can't wait.
I know. And I hope everybody is gonna watch and if you I feel like maybe if you have any questions for her, leave it down in the comments and we can add it to our little thing.
Yeah. If you have any questions at this point, when this comes out, Danielle and I have read Una, and Danielle will at least have read Acts of Violet, and I'm going to try and power through it before the episode.
Yeah.
Before we record. So if you have read both of them, I know Acts of Violet is coming out July 5th, which at this point it'll already be out if you get your hands on it. Read it really quick. We are going to be meeting with her in the next week or two when this comes out, and then we will be dropping it. We're not sure when we're dropping it yet, but we will obviously keep you guys posted on the pod page, on the Facebook page. And yeah, so if you have any questions, like Danielle said, share them in the comments, share them, DM, whatever you want to do. DM Danny, DM me, DM the whatever we run on Instagram, the pod page.
Either you can message Morgan, me, our pod page. If you have a really important question you want to ask her, we can try to sneak it in with the questions we have going for her. But yeah, so we're gonna interview an author.
Yes,
it's so exciting! Yay! I'm hyped. It's gonna be so fun.
So this is the little surprise that we had shared on top of the 12.5 episode. So expect another 0.5 episode coming up soon. When? We don't know. But
we don't know, but we'll get it out there for you guys to enjoy.
We will. We will let you know, but
go buy Axe of Violet and Una Out of Order.
Yes, go buy them right now.
Right? Meow.
Right now.
Is it there yet?
Right now.
You should read it right now.
Check out. Ship to self.
And then read. And then read it. Yay! So yeah.
So come back in a couple weeks and we will have a new episode and we will have our margarita interview and should we make margaritas for the interview?
Wait. Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. Or we could get a margarita flavored seltzer.
Yeah, or we could take shots of tequila before. That'd be fun.
Jesus Christmas. Margarita's going to be like, when did I decide to interview alcoholics?
Yeah. But that's something that we can discuss offline.
Okay.
So thanks for listening to our 12.5 episode. I hope you are just as excited about this dropping as we were to record it.
Yeah. You. And thanks for listening with us. Reading and listening to our banter for a whole year.
A whole year and 0.5.
Yeah. So thanks for being our friends and our listeners and our fans, if that's what you are. And yeah.
Where can they find you, Danielle?
You can find me on Instagram at Danny Allreads, ALLREADS.
And you can find me at _bookmorgs_.
Woohoo!
And this is the end of 12.5 episode of what, Danielle? What is this?
This has been Booze Stand Reviewed, baby!
Oh, God.
Goodbye,
Bye!
everyone.